Microcontrollers. Microcontroller is an integrated circuit which consists of a processor, memory, which could be RAM and ROM, and then it comes with programmable input and output peripherals. The history of the the microcontrollers is it was initially designed in 1971 and became commercially available in 1974. The microcontroller came as either an erasable program, read-only memory, or the EEPROM, or it came in the program once. Read-only memory model. Or the PROM design. The erasable program read-only memory device came in a ceramic package with an opening which you would shine ultraviolet light into it, which would erase the memory so that it could be reprogrammed. In 1993, the electronically erasable programmed read-only memory, or the EEPROM ICs were designed and they were made available to be reprogrammed electronically. Uses of microcontrollers: they used in automatic controls like motor car, engine control, home appliances, power tools, toys, and so forth. They are versatile as the human imagination can allow. The block diagram and the hardware. Of the microcontroller, as stated earlier, it has the processor or the CPU, it has memory, and then it has the input-output peripherals. It has 3 buses. This is used to communicate and the data bus. The buses are used to communicate, or for communication systems, between the CPU, the memory, and then the input and the output. So the CPU is the brain of the computer, which does all the calculations. The RAM, the memory, is divided into RAM and ROM. Now the RAM is random access memory, which is used to store temporary information for short periods of time, and the ROM, or the read-only memory, is used to store the actual program that tells the CPU how it should do calculations. The input-output Peripheral, this is the part of the IC that allows it to obtain information from the real world so that the CPU can do calculations, and then also it switches on devices on the output or switches off devices on the output so that it can control aspects of the external factor or the external devices that's connected to the microcontroller. Now, the control bus is what controls communication between all the devices. It speaks to the devices and it receives information from those devices. The address bus stores information regarding the position in the RAM of where information is stored. It receives data from the CPU, it stores it in the RAM and the ROM, and it communicates in both directions with the input and output. It receives from the input and it transmits to the output. Finally, the data bus. This is what actually transfers the actual information between the CPU, the RAM, the ROM, and the input and the output. Because it's the actual bus that transfers the data, it has to be able to send as well as receive data on both or on all the systems.